Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel named as CAT2IIM by Manoj Mahajan. In today's session, we are going to talk about how to fill the CAT 2022 form. It's a detailed video. I would tell you step-by-step process, so make sure that you watch till the end. The first thing what you will do is you have to visit the website iimcat.ac.in. So you can see the web page over here where I would start filling the form. So you can see some important dates. August 3rd, the CAT 22 registration started. September 14th, the CAT 22 registration is going to end, guys. So make sure that you fill the form timely. And the most important is avoid the form mistakes which you can do. So do watch out the video till the end so that there is no mistake in the form. October 27th, if I look over here, you can download the admit card, and in that admit card, you have to paste the photograph, the same photograph which you're going to upload online in the CAT form. So make sure that you keep that photograph with you, which you can paste on the admit card, and you have to carry that admit card on 27th of November when you're going to write the CAT. Now you can see on the right hand side, 4 things. The first thing for the CAT 22 form filling is you have to click on this new candidate registration, right? So we'll see what is there inside. The first step would be this. After this, you can use that registration where you would be getting the user ID and the password to log in over here and fill the form. Now, this third thing, guys, registration of Non IIM institutions for CAT 22. So, a lot of students have a query about it. Let me just clarify what it is, guys. Before that, let me quickly tell you that another link which you can see at the bottom, CAT 21 scorecard download, it has nothing to do with the registration, guys. So, just quickly look at this link also. So, this is not for students. It is for these schools which actually want to admit students based on the CAT 22 score. So let me show you by clicking on this to have more clarity, guys. So once you click this, we are going to get this page. So over here, you have to register, guys. Not you actually, the B schools have to register. You will find out. So the page is loading, guys. Let's wait. So if you see over here, with clarity, what it is mentioned, guys. Is it mentioned the name of the student? No. It's the name of the institute which want to admit students based on the CAT 22 score, right? So they would be filling the details, name of the institute, name of the authorized official, and so on. So you as a student, as an aspirant, nothing to worry about this portion, guys. So please ignore this altogether. Let's come to the other links where we have to focus on, guys. So the first thing what you'll do to start with is click on this and let's see what comes up, guys. So it's loading, it's taking some time. Now the first step is registration. For registration, guys, you have to fill your correct name, your date of birth, your mobile number, and the email address. So make sure that you fill all these things correctly because the CAT authority would generate a user ID and password which would be sent both on mobile number and the email address. So make sure, guys, that you fill this data correctly. Now you can use this user ID and the password to log in later on also. If you don't want to fill the form today, you can always have a choice to fill the form later on. So make sure that you remember the user ID and the password, which you can use further. Let's see what is there in the registration thing, guys. So if you look over here quickly, what I have is name of the candidate I have to fill. It should be exactly the same as mentioned in the 10th certificate. Your date of birth, your email address, you need to confirm your email address again, the country. You have to fill the mobile number, confirm the mobile number. After doing this, and these are all mandatory things which you have to fill in, right? Generate the OTP. Once you generate the OTP, which would be sent on your mobile, You have to verify that OTP. Once you do that, make sure that you check this and you fill in the captcha over here, which is case insensitive. And the moment you submit this, will be landing on a different page, which I'll show you in a while. So this is a page you are going to get, guys, where it would be written your registration has been successfully completed. You would be receiving the user ID and the password both on mobile and the email address. Now, if you want to fill the form right now, you can look to click on go to application, guys. So if you click over here, this would land into a different page and we can start filling the form. If you do not want to fill right now, you can log out. And if you later on plan to fill the form, you have to click on this part. So once you log in, guys, you would be redirected to a page where you have to fill in your user ID, your password, and once you do that, you can come back to this page, right? So if you look over here, ultimately you have to press this go to application so that you can fill further, right? So I would now press this button go to application and we'll see where we are landing, guys. So you can see the application form has 6 sections. So if I look, the first is your personal details. So you have to fill this, then you can move to the next section, that would be academics. After filling, you have to move to work experience, then programs, test city, and the final thing would be payment. So let's see the first section, guys, where we have to fill the personal details, what all is required. So you have to fill the candidate's first name. The middle name and the last name are optional, guys. So whatever is marked with asterisk over here, it is mandatory. You have to fill in. Then only you would be able to save and move to the next section, guys. So you have to fill the father's guardian name. You have to fill the mother's guardian name. Spouse name is again optional, guys, over here. Candidate gender you have to fill in. Nationality you have to fill in. Category, yes, this is very important because based on the category, we have to upload certain certificates also we'll talk about. If you belong to a PWD category, then again also we have to look for a certificate. I'll show you which one. So let me just first brief you about the other things on the personal details page, and then we'll come back to the category and the PWD thing, right? So now if I look the first COVID vaccination date, so maybe if you look over here, it's an optional thing, the first and the second COVID vaccination date. If you remember, you can fill in. If you don't remember, you can leave it blank. Nothing to be serious about this part because it's not mandatory to be filled in, right? Then you have the communication address. So you have to fill the address, guys, for further communication. Another important thing which you have to keep in mind is that you have to fill in the emergency mobile number, guys. So make sure that you fill over here. That's mandatory. Now what they have written is, guys, scanning of a photograph, signature, and valid certificate, any of these categories which you have to upload if you belong to, should be done using a scanner only, right? So which they mean is, guys, that the picture should be very clear. So that's why they are saying use a scanner. Please don't use a mobile phone or other mobile applications to scan your photograph, right? So I would show you some photo specification also is required and some sample photos so that there is no mistake while uploading the photograph, right? Now this part, please upload scanned copy of passport size photograph and signature. This is mandatory for everyone. Whichever category you belong, you have to upload the passport size photograph and you have to upload the signature also. So I'll show you by clicking on this. I've already uploaded, guys, but I would like to show you the photograph part and the signature, guys. And then we'll come to the photo specification also, right? So that we don't commit a mistake. So let me click on this part, guys, and see what appears to us. So over here, you can see I've already uploaded the photograph, guys. There are certain things which you have to keep in mind. Photograph should not be more than 6 months old. Dimension of the photograph should be 1200 pixels into 1200 pixels. Remember guys, the photo print should be clear, right? And with a continuous tone quality. Remember, it should have a white, off-white background. Full face should be visible. Neck, shoulders, front view, eyes open. So make sure guys that you keep all these things in mind before you upload the photograph guys. Remember the size is 1 MB and only JPG or JPG format is acceptable guys. And already I mentioned about same photograph you have to fix on the admit card guys. So remember this, don't commit a mistake that you paste some other photograph. The same photograph which I have uploaded over here guys, I have to upload on my admit card also, right? So there is another image which you have to upload is the signature guys. So maximum is 80 KB. So again, only JPG or JPG format which you have to look forward, right? So I'm closing it guys now. So this was a mandatory thing for everyone guys. Now let's see guys, what all other things we have to look forward. See, if I choose a category other than general, right? So you'll find out something more I need to upload. So let me do that for you, right? Let's say I select a NC-OBC category. So one is guys, you have to fill certain other details the moment you choose other categories, like over here, certificate issue date, state, union, territory of category. You have to enter this also, serial entry number of the caste. So this must be there on your certificate guys, which you can fill in. Then again over here, caste, tribe name, you have to fill in guys. Look, the moment I choose this, you'll find out, please upload scanned copy of valid NC-OBC, SC/ST, EWS certificate guys. So you have to click over here and upload if you belong to any of these categories. So let me show you. So there's a category proof document. So you have to upload before you proceed guys. Now, the moment you choose, one more thing guys over here is a PWD category. Let's say if I choose this also, right? So it is possible that you belong to some category, NC-OBC, EWS, ST/SC, and also belong to a PWD category, right? So in that case, you'll find out, please upload a scanned copy of valid PWD certificate. So you have to click over here and again upload over here. So again, a maximum size you see over here is 300 KB, PDF allowed only. So over here, they're saying it's PDF allowed only. So make sure guys that you do upload if you belong to any of these category, NC-OBC, SC/ST, EWS, that is mandatory guys. And you have to also upload the PWD certificate if you belong to this, right? So over here guys, I'll tell you what all is the format of the certificate so that you can upload it very easily guys. So I don't belong to any of these categories, so I'll put a no. So I don't have to upload any certificate guys for this. Over here, I would be choosing guys general, right? So I hope this makes a job little easier for me. I just have to upload the passport size photograph and signature being in the general category, which already I have uploaded guys. So let me just show you some photo specification and then we'll come to the certificate part also, which is important, right? So what other things you have to upload apart from the photograph and the signature guys, I'll talk about in a while. Let's click on this guys and see what are the specifications. So this part already we have discussed guys, just you guys also go through it. Make sure that you have a white, off-white background. This is something which I would like to reinstate again. Full face, neck and shoulders, front view, eyes open. Let's see some of the photos which are rejected, which are acceptable. So reason also, let's figure out not enough contrast, unnatural colors, so being rejected. These are the acceptable photographs, guys. Blue background. So this you may commit a mistake, guys. I don't want to avoid this mistake. Please make sure that the background, what they mentioned is white or off-white background, guys. Okay. Improper lighting. So make sure the picture is very clear. make sure your face is not covered, guys. And also, if I look over here, uh, this is covered with the hair, guys. So that's why they are saying not acceptable. So this is the acceptable one. Lightening part, already I have told you that it should be proper lightening, guys. Eye is not visible. So if I look over here, in this, the person wearing the spec, the eyes are not visible. So try ensure in a proper way if you are wearing these specs. Kindly don't upload such a picture, guys, where the facial area is too less, which is even less than 50% of the total. And definitely don't try to be a supermodel, guys, by wearing dark tinted spectacles or sunglasses. So these are some of the rejections they have talked about. Let's go further. Yes, not facing the camera. This should also not be done. Not looking towards the camera, guys. This also should not be done. Side face. I don't know who gets clicked like this. Side face. If I look over here for a form photo, this should be avoided. Not a straight pose. That should also be avoided, guys. So these are some of the things which you should look forward to avoid while uploading the photograph, guys. Now let's come to some of the certificates which you would be required to upload. One is if you belong to NC-OBC category, you have to upload this certificate. If you belong to EWS, you have to upload the other certificate. If you belong to SC certificate is there if you belong to this category. Then there are some PWD certificates also, right? Now, just let me tell you what is this undertaking format, guys. First, let me click on the one of the certificates. So I'm just opening this NC-OBC certificate over here. So you can see there is some format which you have to follow, guys. So a lot of students keep asking me that if they have the certificate with them, so can they upload the scanned copy of it? Yes, they can do that if the format is same as what mentioned over here and it covers all the details which are mentioned over here, right? If not, then you have to fill this form and upload, right? So make sure that you fill this completely, guys, and you have to have the signature, guys, from the district magistrate, deputy commissioner, guys. So it is very important. And if you read this line, guys, over here, uh, let's say the certificates are issued by gazetted officers, right? In that case, they should be in the same form, but countersigned by the district magistrate or the deputy commissioner, guys. So what they're trying to mention in the bracket, please read it carefully. Certificates issued by gazetted officers and attested by district magistrate or deputy commissioner are not sufficient, right? So make sure that you have a countersigned, guys, by the district magistrate if the certificates are issued by the gazetted officers, right? So similar constraints could be there if I look over here in the other forms also. So make sure that carefully when you see the EWS certificate or SC/ST certificate or PWD certificate, read the entire information carefully before you upload the certificate, guys. So one is that you have to upload one of these, or if I look, one more undertaking is there, guys. I'll tell you when it has to be looked forward, right, along with the certificates, right? So if you click on this undertaking, guys, now this is only when you belong to the category as mentioned over here. See what happens that you do not have the current certificates related to the category, guys, and you are not in a position to get these certificates by the competent authority because of the coronavirus, right? So they have given a special case for CAT-22 that you can look forward to fill this undertaking if you do not have the certificates. But of course, you have to produce the certificate at the time of the personal interview as mentioned over here, right? Failing which the IIMs have the right to cancel your candidature, right? So make sure that by the time you face the personal interview, you have the certificate required for these categories with you. If you do not have right now, So you can look forward to sign this undertaking, guys, and make sure that you do upload this, guys, along with your available category certificates. That could be the old ones, right, in a consolidated PDF file, guys. So this is has to be done only in the case if you don't have the relevant certificates of these category, otherwise not. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you in the PWD category, guys, because there is one Scribe affidavit. So let's say if I click yes on this. So it is going to ask you certain details over here, guys, which you can look forward to fill in. And if you come over here, guys, they are mentioning, do you require wheelchair support at the test center? So maybe if you require, you can fill in yes. And for further details, guys, you can refer to the PWD FAQs, guys, which is available on the CAT2IIM website. Now, this is the thing which I wanted to highlight over here, guys, that if you require a scribe for the test, so this is allowed for PWD category. Let's say if you put yes. So what happens in that case, you can see a note, candidate has to carry the scribe affidavit available on the website, right? So you don't have to upload, but you have to carry. Let me show you that affidavit. So over here it is, guys. So let's click on it. So just make sure that you fill this completely, guys, and you carry with you on the test day, guys. Now, just quickly, let me tell you two other things, guys, over here. One is the authorization form, right? Now, there are so many things to be looked at, guys. So over here, this has not to be filled, guys, by everyone. Only specific aspirants are going to fill, guys. Let's say if you want to carry certain things inside the lab. So one example I can give you, guys, is let's say you want to carry the medicine with you. You are a diabetic patient, so you want to carry with you. So you can mention out the medicine over your name, and you can mention out the reason, and you have to carry this letter with you on the test day. So the CAT authorities are going to check, and accordingly they're going to give you the approval, right? So make sure you guys would be worried what is this authorization form. So you don't have to worry at all. It has not to be filled by everyone. Only if you want to carry certain things inside the lab, which you feel is important for you. I gave you one example also. Then you have to fill in, guys. Another is identification affidavit, right? So again, what is this? See, if you don't have any ID proof about your photograph and the signature, in that scenario, you have to fill this, guys, and carry along with you. Nothing to be uploaded, guys. You have to carry on the test day. So make sure that you paste one photograph also over here, the same which you are uploading in the CAT form. And the photograph should be duly and identified by a notary also, right? So make sure that you do it if you do not have the ID proof with you. Otherwise, no need of this, guys. So guys, once you fill this personal details, as I have mentioned how to do it, you can save and click on this, moving to the next section, that would be academics, guys. So this would be done only when you fill all the details, guys, of the personal part. Now let's come to the academics section, guys. So make sure that you fill the correct data, guys, because you won't be getting the chance after doing the payment to change it. So the academics data is very, very important, guys. So let's read the instructions carefully, right? So you have to convert your grade or CGPA as per the formula given by respective board, university or the institution, right? So make sure that you check what your board or university or the institution has given the formula, and then convert your grade or CGPA into the percentage, right? So very, very important. Please have a look and then convert accordingly and fill. If there is no formula, guys, then in that case, what you will be doing is you will be dividing your CGPA by the maximum possible CGPA a student can get, guys, and then multiply with 100. So this would be done only in the case if there is no such formula to convert the grade or CGPA into the percentage, right? Then if you look at, guys, you would be filling these details one by one. So you have to select the 10th board name, guys, month, year of completion, maximum marks, inclusive of all subjects. So this is very important, guys, that whatever subjects which are mentioned on the 10th mark sheet, you have to fill all the subjects, guys. So maybe it could be an optional or it could be an elective, guys. You have to fill as mentioned also. Look over here, maximum marks inclusive of all subjects mentioned over here also. Indicate the summation of maximum marks of subjects of all subjects, including electives if any, right? So make sure, guys, if you have any elective or any optional thing also, or some additional subjects mentioned over there on the 10th certificate, you have to fill over here, guys, in calculating the percentage, right? So they have given you the another note how to fill the aggregate percentage, guys, which has to be accurate, guys. Remember, round it off to 2 decimals, guys. So they have given example A, example B. So let's say in the example A, if you get the percentage as 70.166 and so on. So you have to round off to 70.17. So the maximum marks in the example A is 600 and the marks obtained is 421. So you know how to calculate 421 divided by 600 into 100, guys. So example B, if I look over here, they have given over here, let's say the aggregate percentage comes out to be 69.333 and so on. So just round it off to 69.33. So don't do any mistake in doing the round off, guys, and don't do mistake by not including the additional subject or maybe by not including the elective, right? So you have to include all the subjects which are mentioned on the 10th mark sheet, right? The same goes for 12th also, guys. The same thing they have mentioned over here, so I won't read it again. Now this bachelor's degree is very, very important, guys. So we'll see what you have to look forward. So maybe there is a possibility, guys, either you are in the final year or maybe you say no, right? That you're not in the final year, guys. So the possibility of being in the final year is, guys, one is, of course, the student is in the last year of the bachelor's degree. That is one thing. Or secondly, it could be, guys, that the person has given all the exams and the results are still awaited. In that case, fill yes. So let's see if I fill yes, what comes up, right? So the moment I fill yes, I don't have an option of choosing anything from this. Have you completed bachelor's degree? Of course, there won't be any choice because we have already filled yes, I am in the final year of my bachelor's degree. So if you look over here, there are certain information which you have to fill in, guys, which is visible on the screen. Now, the important thing over here is, guys, how would you enter the marks if you are in the final year or you have given the exams but the results are not out? So try enter aggregate marks obtained up to last received mark sheet, guys. So make sure that you don't have to worry about if the result is not out or maybe you are in the last year, guys, or the final year of the bachelor's degree. So nothing to worry about. Whatever mark sheets you have received, you fill according to that, guys. Now let's say if I go further and I'll come back to this part again. Do you have or are you undergoing dual or 5-year integrated course? Let's say if I click yes. Now look, one thing, guys, you have to look at this portion that if you have a dual degree with both a bachelor's and a master's, guys, okay? That could be BTech plus MTech or BTech plus MSc. That's an example they've given. So you have to fill, guys, the appropriate details in the bachelor's and the master's, guys. So I hope it is clear with everyone. Now there is one section, guys, over here. If you click this, do you have more than one bachelor's degree? So they've given one example, BCom plus LLB. So it is possible, guys. So let's say the moment you do that, this will pop up, right? Again, the same thing. Are you in the final year of bachelor's degree? The same kind of questions are there. Let's say if I click yes. So again, the entire thing pops up in the same way what we saw before, right? Now let's say if I move to the master's degree, guys. So if you click yes, again, you have to fill in a lot of details, guys, over here. So again, the master's degree could be in progress or it could be completed. Let's say if I click in progress, then there is some other images coming over here, guys. And if I click on completed, guys, some other images coming up, right? So just ensure that what you have to look forward to fill either in progress or complete as per your degree, right? Now there are other two professional degrees also. Like if you fill this, are you a fellow of the Institute of Actuaries of India? That's very important, guys. If you are having these degrees, do fill in because the IIMs do consider this while sending the call, right? So let's say if you click on this. So again, some images there coming up, guys, some columns you have to fill in, guys, over here for this course. Then if I look over here, do you have a professional degree for CA, CS, ICWA? So let's say if you fill in yes. So again, the three different degrees they're talking about CA, ICWA, CS. Again, what is the status of your degree? And you have to fill certain details over here, guys. So in my case, guys, I'm lucky that I don't have to fill all these, guys. So no for here, no for here, no for master's degree also. So lucky not to fill all these details. It is really a cumbersome job, guys, actually. Over here, let's get back because the bachelor's degree, there are two things. Either you are in the final year, guys, or maybe you say no. So over here in the S, you know that these are the things which are highlighted. Now in the final year, people who are, let me just show you one certificate also for you guys. See, there is one final year certificate, right? So it is nowhere mentioned, guys, that you have to upload this while filling the CAT form. What I understand is, guys, that you have to carry with you when you face the VAT or the PI, right? That is a later on process, guys. So make sure that you get this done from the principal or maybe the HOD, the registrar or the director, guys. So you can get this done immediately also, right now also, or maybe later on as per your convenience. But make sure that you do have this if you are in the final year, which could be the last year, which I mean of the bachelor's degree, or maybe you have given the exams, but you are still awaited with the result. So you have to look forward to get this certificate done and carry with you for the VAT PI, guys. So this is the form which you have, and they have mentioned some note over here which you can look forward to fill in. Already we have talked about how to look forward to convert the CGPA into the percentage, guys. So this is important, guys, for the later on stage. Nothing to be uploaded as of now, which I can see in the platform, right? But definitely for students who are in the final year, guys. Okay, now let me just fill in for my side, guys. Let's say if I fill in no, what happens? Yes, I am not in the final year, guys. My degree has been completed way back. So the moment I do this, guys, I have to choose one of these. Have you completed the bachelor's degree? Yes, my answer would be. And the moment I do it, these are the certain things which I have to fill in, guys. So there are things different when you click yes in the final year of bachelor's degree, and there are different things when you click no, right? So accordingly, as per your status, guys, you can look forward to fill yes or no. So once we are done with filling the academics, then only we can move to the work experience part, guys. So let's move to the next part, guys, and see what you have to fill in the work experience. So let's see the other part, guys, that is the work experience. So you have to enter your work experience as on July 31st, 2022, guys. And remember, only the full-time experience is going to be counted after the graduation, guys, which should be entered over here. Try avoid mentioning the experience part as a part-time or maybe some project which you have done or internship, articleship, pre-graduation work experience should not be entered, and they're not going to be considered as the work experience, right? So make sure that you enter the exact date you started working in industry and the date you finally exited that particular industry. So there are so many industries, so it is possible that you must have worked in multiple industries, guys. So you have to mention the start date, the end date, and also try to mention, guys, over here the number of days you temporarily exited the particular industry in the break in experience box. So over here, there's an experience box break. So maybe it is possible that working in that industry, you took some temporary break. So you can mention over here, guys, the number of days. If not, then you should fill in 0, guys. So once you fill in the company which you have worked, guys, your start date, the end date, you can use multiple industries, guys. You'll find out towards the end, total work experience would be counted as on July 31st, 2022. And this experience part also will be filled automatically once you fill, that is the experience in days in a particular industry, once you fill the start date and the end date, guys. So make sure that you fill this carefully, and don't fill it if you do not have the work experience, guys, because they can ask you the joining letter. They can look forward to ask you later on, or maybe they can ask you the experience certificate, guys, working in this company, or maybe they can ask you the salary slips also, right? So don't try to fill unnecessary over here. If you have the work experience after graduation full time, then only please fill this portion. Otherwise, not. You can leave it blank also. So let's see if I look over here what we are going to fill in, guys. And after doing that, we are going to move to the next portion. That would be the programs, a very important portion, right? Now, this is a very important portion, guys, of the CAT form, that is the programs. Now, definitely a student would be confused. There are so many programs, guys. If you look, there are 20 IIMs, and every IIM is providing some program. So there are multiple programs you have, right? But the best thing, guys, over here is you can select any number of programs. But remember one thing, that if you select all, right, you have to make sure that you select the interview city for each and every program, which is would be a tedious task, right? But a bigger problem is, guys, if I look over here, which programs to choose as of now, right? So maybe only very few students would have the complete knowledge of the programs, guys. So I would just categorize the programs of the IIMs into few categories, guys, to make you understand and what finally we can look forward to do. See, one, if I look over here, the IIMs are having the flagship course. The name of that course is either PGP in some of the IIMs, or maybe PGPM, guys, or maybe MBA, they write. So this is a flagship course where, if I look over here, almost all the aspirants write CAT for the flagship program, guys. But apart from this, guys, you do have the specialized courses also in the IIMs. Let me give you one example of IIM Ahmedabad, which has PGP in FABM, that is Food and Agriculture Business Management, right? So maybe you may have knowledge, you may not have, you would be confused at this moment, should I take it or should I leave it? There are a lot of other specialization also in the other IIMs, guys, which you can look forward when you scroll down. And apart from that, they do also have some PhD program, which is also known as FPM in certain IIMs, guys. And the last thing, if I look over here, is they do also have some executive programs which have some minimum criteria. So as of now, we are confused which programs to take, guys. I would suggest that nothing to worry about, guys. Just select all the programs. So what you can do is easily, if I look over here, you click over here, select all, and all the programs are selected. The only thing you have to do now is just select the interview for each of the programs. Now, why I'm saying to select all as of now, because see, in the future, let's say you get a call from a program which you are not aware of, let's say. So in that case, if you get a call and you're not aware of, just go through that program. And if you know that it excites you, or maybe you want to do that program, you can definitely look forward to go for the interview. Like I would take one example of, let's say you get a call for FABM program, IIM Ahmedabad, right? So if after understanding the program, you want to do it, go for the interview. Otherwise, you do not go. Nobody is going to question, right? So do not worry about that. If you select all, then they are going to ask you why you selected this program. If you were not willing to join later on, or maybe if you were not willing to appear for the interview, nobody is going to ask all these questions. You can go for the interview or you do not go for the interview. That is your choice. So maybe if I look over here, the example I took of FABM, if you are already aware of, right? So in that case, you know that whether you have to go or not, you don't have to study about it. So if you know about the program, you want to go it, then appear for the interview, otherwise not. So the safest option as of now, what I would feel is select all. You don't have to pay anything extra also. And the options are all open to us. So we can look forward to choose select all and then move forward, guys. So once you do that, you select the interview city for each of the programs. You can look forward to save and do next so that we can choose the test city, guys. Okay, now let's see, guys. We have to choose the test city, and they have given you 6 choices over here. So make sure, guys, you start filling this as per your preference, and hopefully you should get one of these 6 preferred test cities, guys. But in rare case, they are saying if the applicant is not allotted to any of these preferred test cities, he would be allotted a nearby test city, guys. So make sure that you fill this carefully, and then you can move to the last section of the payment, guys. So we are, guys, to the last section of the CAT form. So you can see belonging to a general category, the fees is 2,300, guys. And for EWS and NC-OBC also, the fees is same. Only for ST, SC and PWD, the fees would be 1150, guys. So this is the fees you have to pay, and let's see what are the additional charges, guys. So if you look over here, either you pay through any of these medium, guys, that is PayU or maybe CC Avenue. These are the additional charges which they have mentioned as nil over here, looking at this rows also, right? So the transaction fees is nil. So you can choose any one of them. Maybe let's say if I choose CC Avenue. Now, when you come to this last part, guys, there is one preview button which you can see at the bottom over here. So I would say, guys, that make sure that you use this preview button, click on it and double check, guys, basically whatever you have filled in. Check each and every spelling mistake, your DOB, your academic details, your work experience, everything, guys. If I look over here, your test city. So make sure that you double check, guys, the form which you have filled in, because once you do the payment, you do not have a choice to edit, guys. So if you want to correct, guys, in that scenario, you have to re-register, guys, for the form. So try avoid such kind of thing, guys. So make sure that double check, or maybe want to check price. Do it, guys. Don't rush through in submitting, guys. That's why they have given you the preview button. Use it carefully, guys, and then only move to the submit part, guys. So let's say if you want to move to the submit part, I have to click this part, fill in this captcha, guys, and then I can submit, guys. So you can see, guys, after submitting, guys, it is redirected to the page where I can submit the fees, guys. So I have options with me, I can choose, right? So net banking, credit card, debit card. So whatever option suits you, guys, you can pick up. And once you do the payment, guys, you would receive the confirmation, guys, from the IIM authority. So if I look over here, this was the last step, guys, to fill the CAT form. So after payment only the process would be complete. So make sure that you guys do the payment. And remember one thing, guys, that I have tried to cover each and everything in this video. If still some query is not resolved, right, which you feel is missing over here, and you want to know the solution of it, guys, feel free to type in the comment box. I would love to reply to it, guys. So make sure, guys, that you like, subscribe, keep watching, guys, keep sharing, do comment, guys. My channel name is CAT2IIM by Manoj Mahajan. So thank you so much, guys, for looking so far over here. So I'm ending the session now. Just remember that this is the page from where you have to start with, guys. Thank you so much.